FXB, welcome back to the channel. Did you know that 75% of my audience is from the USA? Look what we've got here, FTX-1 USA model. Now I'm very lucky, someone has lent me this to do tutorials with. I have actually ordered the EU model, which is what everyone in Europe should do. You get 70 megahertz and it's going to be the model that's designed for Europe, but we can still do some tutorials that are going to help the USA users and of course the EU users. So let's get this thing out the box. Now it's very familiar territory for me because I've got the 710 and lucky me the 101, the FT101DX. So it's familiar territory, but of course we haven't got 2 meters and 70 cents. I've got here in the background, because this is the field model, so just the front head model, we've got my micro PA50 which will work with this 50 amp. I've actually got the 100 watt version of this as well, and we've got my ATU 100/100M built antenna tuner, which does have a built-in battery, so it's, you know, it's very convenient. But in this video we're just going to do an unbox. I am a favorite of the 49:1 balun which we've got here, and 66 foot length of wire. This is like my portable one. So, you know, look how big this box is. The radio is virtually as wide as this box. It's deceiving that they've miniaturized it here. So we'll get everything out, have a good look, set it up. We're just going to be doing some receiving today. Once we've got this antenna stretched across my garden, and I'll stop knocking over my tripod. As you know, I do drones, I do scanners, receivers, transceivers, portable radios, you name it. If it's techie, I'm into it. And what a lovely day it is today. And you can see there we're all set up. We're just going to stretch it across there, the wire, and I'm not using a portable microphone. I'm just talking into my phone here as we film. So let's just get things out the box. And I'm looking forward to the software being released as well from Yaesu and from RT Systems. As soon as it is, I will be using it. I'm a big fan of RT Systems, but I also really like the Yaesu software. Now I'm going to do 2 unboxings of this. One outside here because it's such a beautiful day, and one inside close up on my shack. And then we'll be comparing this radio to the 705, to the 710, and hey, why not to the Yaesu 857, 897. So in the box, I know you've seen lots of unboxings of this already. But it's, you know, I have to make sure I don't lose the packaging. Just put that underneath there so we don't lose it. So, and mind the shadows, but look, Yaesu sticker, instructions and safety information there about the battery, FTX-1 manual, and there's an advanced manual out. Looks good. We've got some quick shortcuts there. We'll definitely be looking at that as well. And a Yaesu map as well. Let's get that back in the packaging. Okay, so we'll just leave that here. Now, because it's outdoors, I'm trying to be careful, but in this compartment just here, see if I can get out these shadows. What we got in here looks like we've got the battery. Oh, that's heavy. So, oh yes, I like that. So, how many milliamp hours is that? Can we read? SBR 25, 12.6 volt, 6,400 milliamp hours that it just says here. And again, being very careful not to lose the packaging, because I'm a real believer, keep all the original packaging and look after the box. So yeah, look at that. Ta-da! Yeah, look at that. And don't forget, with the battery you can charge it via USB-C, and so I could bring out my battery bank now, which I probably will do, and get this charging whilst I'm doing this unboxing. Okay, so I bought this a long time ago. It actually says 100% there, it's fully charged. It will actually start my car, so I'm going to put that just here a second, just so you can see me connect it. And so you have to press the button, unplug here. Okay, charging. I wonder if there's a light. Not seeing a light. Maybe there is one. Is that a light? But it's so bright out here, and also it might be fully charged. I would say you need at least 2 amps to make sure that this does charge, and it is in the higher ampage one. So, but yeah, I think there is an LED light there, but it's so bright you can't see it. So we've got that charging just in the background there. Anything else in that bit? They've got this thing here which we don't actually know what it is, and I've seen other videos say exactly the same thing. We will work it out. And straight into the radio really. So let's lift this out. Now I've watched so many videos, I know that this is about the same width as the Yaesu FT991, okay, and it's not much shorter than the 710, probably the width of a button, because you remember on the 710 there's 4 buttons. So let's get this out, and yeah, it's a good weight. It feels, I'm going to go and grab my 710 because it actually feels heavier, I would say. I've got my little, remember those receivers? These receivers are fantastic. Love them. And my little K5 there. Safari in the background. Always listening to HubNet locally. So yeah, got the, I'll leave the screen on there because we're outside. I will get it off, take it off eventually, but you can see sub dial, main dial, feels very nice. Sub as well there. And Mazzy's here, of course. Right, there's my 705, which I love, by the way. And right, let's try and hold this without damaging it. So I'm holding them both now. Actually, no, they feel very similar in weight. The main thing that's missing, I would say, from the 705 to the FTX-1 is the Wi-Fi. Everything else I feel is similar. You've got proper APRS with the FTX-1. I know they've got a couple of bugs on it with the messaging, but generally that's it. But the big, I would say the big difference, 705, is that it's a single display. You cannot dual receive, and definitely cannot simultaneous dual receive. That's the big one. Although the battery is the same as the 51, 52, the battery type on the FTX-1 is a lot bigger, and I would say adding the battery to this probably would make it heavier. I'm not going to weigh it now. Let's have a quick look. So, well, we know it charges. There is actually a DC power cable inside this box, which I will dig out in a minute. But let's just put the battery on for the first time. You can sort of see it sort of goes down and then across. Okay, now let's just try the weight now with the battery on. I mean, it's a lovely design, isn't it? And the way that you've got the front speaker protruding there. So now let's hold them both as well. Now we've got the batteries on. Yeah, it feels heavier now, more solid, but in a good way. Both great devices. Very hard to choose between the two. Now we don't actually know if there's any charge in there, but I'm just going to show you. Get out the shade a minute. The side connectors. I know you've seen it all before, but I'm just going to show you anyway. And so you've got here, zoom in there. You've got your headphones, your Kia. I've got a few Kias here. GPS, which I've been told is 2.5, not 3.5. USB-C for, like FTA, WSJTX. And basically interfacing with your PC, and you've got a microphone there. Let's just get the microphone out, because it is. I would think it's not a 6-pin, it's an 8-pin. So you're going to be able to use those Yaesu microphones. I think I've got the M70 is the one I've got. So to get the mic out, you sort of lift this cardboard up, sort of folds down. You can rip it if you don't realise, and then you can just pull that tab up there, and underneath there, let's just quickly grab everything. Is your mic holder, microphone, of course, and that's your DC cable, and you can power it with that and get the full 10 watts, or with the battery get the 6 watts. And the microphone is there you go. But like I said, it's the wider one there. So on this side, you've got the Bluetooth cover, and I've actually got the BU5. So we can test that. SD card there for firmware and backup. And just looking at it now. Let's get it comfortable on the table. It sits nicely. You've got that, you know, tripod style stand. It feels very well built, you know, really good quality. And group mode, X button there, SDX, PMG, mag, that's grouping, PMG, I'm going to love seeing that actually. What I don't actually know what NW, is that narrow and wide? Yeah, narrow and wide, mode, split, VFO memory to VFO, and on the front there, yeah, they're all pushable buttons. So let's just get it on the table and turn it on. Most of the videos I make will be inside my shack. Right, let's get the microphone in. So it faces, the clip is at the front. We hope. Let's push that in all the way. The rubber sort of gets in the way a bit. Cool. That does get in the way a bit there. I'm having to push that quite hard. Just the right way around, so we might have to peel that back first. Oh, I don't want to try too hard out here. So let's turn this thing on. Hear a click. There's no antenna connected yet. Wow. Volume. And let's just tap the function. Hold. And let's just see display and see if it's at full brightness. Dimmer here. It goes up to 20. There you are. Press again. It's good to see it in this sunlight because it's giving you an idea of what it's like to use when you're outdoors. I'll angle it that way, away from the sun. So, you know I've not used it before, so let's just wing it. So you press and hold. You come away from, let's turn it down. You've got volume, press, you've got RF gain, press again, volume. It says squelch here as well. Yeah, and if you press and hold, you've got the shift, width, notch and contour. And this side, as you can see, is on. Just turn it down. Do you know what? I've got a feeling if I go on the A band, if I go like so, I should be able to select my node, because it's so strong, my node, it will pick it up. So we've got center mode there, fix, center, cursor and fix, 3DS, well, we're not going to see much until we add the antenna, multi-view, span, usually do 200. How do you go? So pressing the sub makes you go right and left, and yeah, we're adjusting the frequency when we're on the right. If we push it to the left, does it let us adjust? No, so it's still adjusting the right. You've got your separate signal meters there, power, volume. Like so, quick memories back, fine and fast. Let's just go like so, hit the fine. Yeah, fine, back, clarifier button. Function button just here. Is there a short version? When you just, it brings up the last thing you hit. So if we hold it down and then turn, there's like so. Let's keep going. There you go to page 1. Keep going. When it goes to the end here, forward, you can tap it as well. Page 2, Monique here, all your CW. Let's record, play. Page 3 is that's all your repeater shifts. And for VHF, UHF repeaters, like the nearest one to me is GB3WR and GB3FI. Squelch type. So this is where you're going to be mainly going when you add those VHF, UHF repeaters. Let's go to that. Let's tap the band button. So on the top, looking now. Let's find the band button. SDX. If we actually just tap the frequency, I'm just curious, will it bring up the band? If I press and hold? No, but it will allow me to turn. So 434. And then we just go 550. It might pick it up. And then we could do with doing the squelch, couldn't we? Hold, press and hold. No, it's going to be here. This filter thing, you can actually tap the filter and get the same thing. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's see if someone comes through. DS AF sub. So you do, there's a squelch, did you see that? So is the volume coming from... Let's tap away, turn that side, I'll turn this side down, and then we'll turn, yeah, the volume going up there. I'm just going to press the group mode button. Actually, let's do, we haven't found mode yet. Let me do mode. There you go, mode. Let's do C4FM just for fun. Now, it says C4FM there. Let's try, I'm just going to try the oh no, I'm not, because there's no antenna on, so I'm not going to risk that. Right, let me connect my wire. Let's grab this 49:1 balun here. And it's got a BNC connection there. I just do a patch lead from here to the back. We'll have a quick look at the back of the radio, which we haven't done. And so, of course, the battery. Move this over a bit. That one says top one HF and 50 megahertz BNC. The next one down says 144 430 megahertz BNC. Ground. I know these just come off. Linear, and this is all connecting to the SPA1 100 watt amplifier, or the Optima, which that when I get my permanent set, it's going to be the Europe set that I've got coming. So it's on order. Just got to wait for the right time, and that'll be my primary use. So ground, yeah, as you can see. So what's that one say? Extension, speaker, and your DC volt from my power supply will go in there. So you know, it's by far that it definitely does not feel small. It does. It's the right sort of size to make you think that you're not just using. I don't know. It just feels bigger and more substantial than the 705 does, and the fact that it's dual band, I think, you know, is gonna make quite a big difference to how it feels to use. So if we look at my antenna, I got this from a friend. He actually made it for me for about £8. It was normal garden wire. He made the 49:1 balun. You can buy them. I'm just going to attach that end piece of orange that you can see there to, you know, in the distance, and then what you do, you just hold here, and as long as you've wound this in a figure of 8, I'm just going to run it back to the radio and try and get as near as possible. And if I have to move along the trees, I will, until it reaches comfortably, but it'll only be about 6 foot off the ground. Now there it goes, and then you just put my finger there, and it just unwinds on its own. I'll try not to trip, and I can move, you know, I can move the bench. If we turn around, we can move the bench. You can see my other wires in the distance. Well, I don't know if you can. I have to dodge them when I'm flying my drone. And then we get it here, and we just put a patch lead to the HF BNC. Okay, you probably can't see it very well, but the wire is going from the tree over there on the far left, and it's going up across these bushes, round those stones up there, and then down to the radio. And then on the actual radio, BNC, there's my device, my wire holder, then BNC to the back there, and that's it. It's literally, that's all you need. I'm not saying that's the best setup, but that's all you need to start receiving some HF. Okay, let's have a listen. Oh, wrong side, because we're on this side. Makes sense to switch it to this side, doesn't it? So we'll switch, turn this volume down, And then we'll do, it only does HF one at a time. You can't have two on HF. So let's see what happens when we try and change the band. See if it will go right down. You can hear all the clicky clicky. And then we want to tap it here. Lower third. Oh, whoa. That's a loudspeaker. That is a loudspeaker. So lower sideband.
That's the story here, Pat. I'll hand it back to you. Echo India 2, JRB. Echo India 6, Golf Mike Bravo. Go ahead. Roger, Sim. Thanks very much for that.
You can hold down the function. Go back to page 1. I'm going to see if I can change the colour. Press and hold. And we want the level, the sort of screen level. It might be that one. Display level. Is it letting me select it? And it will put it up here. Yeah, it has. Back is here. And if we now turn the level, we should get the scope to come up a bit. There you go. We've got quite a lot of interference here. Unwanted. Span 200, that's fine. Let's press and hold again. And let's do the second one. I think we can choose, is it that one? Yeah, green, look. Tap here, look.
I don't believe that I've seen that other operator there at the foot of the...
It remembers the last thing you've set. Let's tap here. I just want to know how you change it. No, it's going straight to that. So you tap the filter. You press. And look. Oh, look at that. That worked well.
What that roundabout is called now. It's called the New Ross Road roundabout. That's what it was, the New Ross Road.
There's your 3DS.
The other one's called the New Line roundabout up by the
It's a lovely set. Sorry, but that's all I can say. It's a lovely set. People are going to be very happy with this set. It feels like it's worth what it costs.
And I know of one definitely in Rosslare.
You know, they are £1,500. I think there might be some deals out there. But you think about the Yaesu 897 when it came out, the 857, they were £900. Well, money 20 years ago, or 15 to 20 years ago, it's nearly doubled. The cost of everything's nearly doubled. So if you work out the maths, it's about right. But yes, it's a big hit. Of course it is. When you buy high-end equipment like this, you know, it's a big hit. Yes, it is a big hit. There's no doubt about it. Let's just tune through. Let's do the span 100. It does affect the sort of, if we go press and hold, the D level, which is the one I use a lot. D level there. I'm trying to look for DNR. There it is there. How do we turn it on? Do we hold? Do we press? On. There you are. About 5. That's the digital noise reductions on now. Press and hold to come out. And remember, we're doing this on a bit of garden wire. Sorry about the sun and all that, but we're going to do closer up videos inside my shack, of course. But you can clearly see the activity, and when you've got the, if I press and hold, put the D level back out. Now we'll turn the function knob. You can adjust it so you can see it even clearer. And the same goes for the 3DS. So if we go 3DS and you adjust that right up or right down, and you can even go minus, you really start to see the radio waves. If you could visualize radio waves, that's what they look like. You've got speed there as well, which is on fast. The screen size is the same. It's the same, if you look, as the 705. It's the same. Maybe not identical, but it is the same. You speak French? So we'll be testing out the Bluetooth, the APRS. We press the hold the function button, and let's go forward all the way, like so. Why don't we just tap forward? Look, we've got APRS settings, okay, and you can go up and down here. Beacon, APRS filter. I'm not even sure this one's running the latest firmware. I need to check, but we'll do a firmware update. Extension settings, look, software version. Someone tell me, is that the latest one, or do I have to update, which I can get from the new Yaesu.com website? Calibration, software version, of course USA. I wonder if when they do bring out the EU version, if you can switch, because on, you know, with the 710 you can switch, reset, certification, all that kind of stuff. My position. GPS will put in your manual position, date and time. Okay, back. Display settings, scope. So, well, you can see there, lots of settings there. VFO colors. Blue, white, and red. White is boring. Green. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Anyway, display settings, back, operation settings, general, cat rate, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Band scan, receive DSP, and you can change it there. TX audio, TX GNRL. Key dial options. Oh. Max power, of course, it says 100 watts because it's designed to go with the Optima. Back, CW, Kia settings, paddle, etc, and there's a back and a forward. So if I just go back like so, do you have to use this? Let me just see if I can go forward. Yeah, you can, but and then back here, forward, back, and back. So you can do that. You can see the power there is showing at 6 watts, which is correct. And what we're seeing here, contrast, dimmer, max attenuation, IPO, which is on. Right, so let's go back. So on this side, let's see if we can pick up my node. I might just go and get my portable antenna, and we'll tap it here, like so. Press. Oh, did you see that when I tap the meter? SWR comp etc meter. Sub VFO. If I tap up here, does anything happen? No. DNR LSB. I'm just looking for the band button. I don't know why I can't see that. Am I blind? I'm seeing that if I tap here, I can type a frequency. Great. Where's the band? I'm tapping here. Okay, I saw it. Right next to where it says mag. So sorry for being blind, and everyone was shouting going, it's on top on the mag button. If I hold it, they're all there, look. Wow, look at what it covers. So where do we start anyway? Let's press and hold, and you go like so. It takes you to that band. Let's grab my 77's antenna, and it goes on the BNC below. Okay, I managed to find this one. Just about got it in there, look. The battery seems to be doing fine. Okay, let's turn up this side. And then we want FM.
23526.
So you're now hearing my HubNet node.
It's come up on the screen.
But at the same time, you're hearing HF.
Should be getting through to you. I can receive you, no problem at all, loud and clear.
That's simultaneous.
An error I'm making at this end. Thanks to you, please. Hold on, Paul, that was perfect.
There you are, that's simultaneous receive. How good is that?
I guess you got a couple of messages on WhatsApp. Yeah, just been out for a walk this afternoon. Well, late afternoon. It was probably about 4 o'clock I set off.
Now you name a radio that can do that. 70 sems.
Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure it's Asian. It might be something between the chaps,
And HF at the same time. I suppose I better take the cover off. So let's what do we call it when you take that thing off? Everyone seems to like it, don't they? So the unveiling of the Yaesu FTX-1. Let's just unpeel it off. Wow, it looks fantastic. Do you prefer the 705 or the FTX-1? Bye for now. And now the sun's gone in, it's looking the biz. Thanks for watching, bye for now. Please hit the like and subscribe. 7-3.